Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, October the 13th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. Let's look at the other side of the world. There's a look at a satellite image of tropical cyclone Phelan. That storm came ashore in the Indian coast yesterday afternoon, and very powerful storm, very powerful typhoon. But no typhoons in our area, but we do have a weak frontal boundary that's in the area. Yesterday there were many showers off to the west, but those showers dissipated as the upper level support has moved off to the northeast, and the atmosphere has stayed somewhat drier over our area. The upper atmosphere, we're still dealing with this big ridge over the eastern half of the country, and that very powerful shortwave that's coming in on the northwest U.S. coastline that'll be bringing us the storm system around Wednesday, Thursday timeframe. And there's some model differences that'll be interesting to look at. Temperatures this morning generally in and around the 60-degree mark, a little cooler in the northeast, as it usually is, where they're around the mid-50s. QPF-wise, we're not looking at a lot of rain for the next 5 days, and most of that rain that does occur is going to come late Wednesday and into Thursday. It looks like probably on the order of a half to 1 inch of rain is possible. Storm Prediction Center has no slight risk for day one, a sea-text area on the eastern slope of the Rockies in Colorado and the Oklahoma Panhandle, and then on day two, a small slight risk area in parts of Nebraska and Kansas where large hail and damaging wind will be a possibility in that small area. And the tropics have become a bit quieter as the area of disturbed weather in the Atlantic does not show much signs of any development, and it's moving into an area where the upper level winds are simply not favorable. All right, the morning 060 GFS model run, and some model differences coming up. We're fairly good for the next couple of days anyway. Here's 18Z today, and you can see that the front's pretty well washed out. Monday, we can see that there's still nothing in the way of much going on other than the surface high pressure over the Great Lakes. However, as that moves off to the northeast and to the east, it does set up the possibility of a wedge pattern, and we see that pretty much on Tuesday. So Tuesday's temperature forecast is going to have to be watched. Of course, in the upper atmosphere, we're also now Tuesday watching the trough come out of the western United States, and it's going to come out just like we saw yesterday, apparently in two pieces. The first piece coming across northwestern Iowa, and the second part holding back over and close to the Four Corners area. On Wednesday, we see the main energy coming out across the Great Lakes, but again, part of it holding back there across northern New Mexico, and that will drag the front into the area Wednesday, so at least some possibility of precipitation in our area Wednesday afternoon and into Wednesday evening. Now, the GFS moves that second shortwave by fairly quickly on Thursday, and so the GFS is suggesting that by Thursday midday, the precipitation is going to be down across the southeastern part of Alabama. However, if you look at the European is slower. And I think probably the GFS might be just a tad too fast. So it looks like early Thursday is still going to have rain, and probably the rain should be ending across our area by Thursday afternoon. Now, we go back to the GFS, and we see on Friday the GFS is bringing a large upper closed low down into central Canada and the troughiness over the eastern half of the country. However, when you look at thicknesses, it gets a lot colder into the Great Lakes, where we see the 540 thickness line coming down south of Chicago. However, our thicknesses do not change a lot, so the colder air staying well off to our north. The model differences begin to get big again. This is the GFS for Saturday, and with this pattern, there shouldn't be any precipitation in our area. However, the European, on the other hand, is showing a pretty sizable area of precipitation coming out on Saturday. So some big model differences there. By Sunday, the GFS is still suggesting the troughiness, and we do see a little bit of a reduction in heights, but not a lot. And now the GFS is picking up on something coming out of the northwestern Gulf. So the European and the GFS similar in solutions, but about 24 hours different in their solution. So right now we're staying with a dry pattern for Saturday, but we'll have to be watching that and may need to make adjustments. And there's a look out into Voodoo Country and another weather system possible around the 23rd that would be bringing some precipitation our way. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this Sunday. I hope that your day is a good one. James Spann will be back with the next edition of the Weather Xtreme video first thing on Monday morning. In the meantime, have a great day and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.